Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today is Plinko time. If you're wondering, this is not a set seed in the sense that we don't know what the seed is, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but this is not a coincidence either. It's not a coincidence that we have Plinko already, we haven't even played the first round. We use the Brainstorm mod. With the Brainstorm mod, you can push a button to start a new run on a new random seed, but you're guaranteed to get Perkeo in Ante 1. Push the button again, you get a new different seed, but it's Perkeo every time. And if you do it enough times, one of those Perkeos might even be negative. So that's where we're starting. Negative Perkeo, even before the first round. We get it from the Soul in the Mega Arcana pack, skip tag. Ultimately, the goal is to get the big number. We're trying to get a big score with this. So we're playing on the Plasma deck, and we're also playing on the Black Stake. Black Stake because, without going into all the details, we want access to Eternal Jokers. And we'll explain the rest as it becomes relevant. Alright, I can't spin the wheel because we have negative. I could remove 2 cards, or we can try to get some kind of Joker. Maybe a value generating Joker, maybe a Chips Joker. Let's try that. Okay. Okay. How do we want to play this? We can play high card ace, I guess. Okay. Pair of face cards, queens and jacks wins. So I can just play a pair of 5s here. Okay. Spin the wheel. Play high card 7. Get a tower. I could stone a 10. I could save the tower and stone something else. I already know that the 2 pair wins. Actually, the 3 of a kind queens wins. Maybe what we do is we discard and find something else to use the tower on. I can stone a 2, and that's fine. If we sell lovers, we get an extra $1 of interest. If we keep the lovers, we get the tarot card from the vagabond. I guess I'll take the tarot card and ship it. Okay. Chariot and lovers. Nice. Go next. We could take a spectral pack, look for some seals. Takes us down to $2. Get a gold seal, or we can immolate. Let's go ahead and light them up. Okay. In that case, in order to do vagabond, let's go spoon pack first. I could take a Midas mask and do some gold face cards. Okay, if I take the boss reroll, that takes me down to $8. So I can't. In order to do vagabond, either I need to buy the bootstraps or we need to reroll. We can reroll first in case we hit maybe a hermit. Reroll first. Could take a slide joker plus the boss reroll. That adds up. Okay. Sorry, what's the boss again? Boss is play 5 cards. Okay. I can use Perkeo to copy one of these. Go next. Okay, so lovers we can hold on to. If we sell it, we get $4 and it disables our vagabond. I could just hold on to it. And I want to discard the ace. Try to get the face cards. If I play the pair of face cards with the slide joker, I think it wins. So let's start with high card jack here. Do I want to use the chariot? I can sell the lovers. Keep the chariot. I can use strength. I can turn 10s into jacks to make more face cards. I like that idea. Let's discard the ace first. Yeah, 10s into jacks, get more face cards. I could play the jack of diamonds as a high card. I need to play 5 cards here, so play jack. Get the hung man. Ace and 6, we can hang him right away. I could save the hung man and copy with Plinko. That seems desirable. If I discard here, I want to be able to play. It says we got to play 5 cards, right? Yeah, what happens if we... I want to discard the ace. Okay, pretty sure that the pair wins. I could play high card queen and then follow it up with the pair. So get rid of the chariot. Play high card queen. Empress. Okay, I can play 2 pair. Kings and queens. Empress we don't need. Play the 2 pair. Nice. Okay. Now what? Okay, boss is playing in one hand. I could go Arcana. I could go Standard Pack. Maybe we go Arcana first. Get an Emperor. Okay, so I want to copy the Hung Man with Plinko. We sell Lovers. We sell the Empress. I guess I could use Emperor for 1 card, or I could just use Devil to make a gold card. I'm going to use Midas Mask to make my face cards into gold, but I could turn the 6 into gold. I could just make a stone card. What's convenient and potentially powerful about the stone cards is it makes it easier to win. Without having to play as many gold cards, I can just play a high card stone card maybe. Stone the 3 here. In order to do Vagabond, we either need to reroll or we can pick up Glutinous Joker plus a standard pack. We'll take a gold seal queen. I like having a gold seal. Let's go next. Okay. So now aces I want to get rid of because I can't do the face cards as high card. I could do ace and 2, hang them. I don't think I want to play the pair here. I think the pair might be too much. We could play the solo jack and get judgment. So could do judgment instead of Glutinous Joker. We can wait. We can... I can play high card king with the stone card. I think I could do this without winning, even though it has a stone card. Maybe this is like 1,000 points. Okay. Discard first, or play the jack as a high card first. Play the jack, getting rid of the Empress. Death card. Okay. Discard. I can use Death to copy the Gold Seal Queen. And then I can play 2 pair. 7. Do I want to use Death on a 7? That seems fine. So Death here. Do I want to use Judgment? I guess I can sell Glutinous, use Judgment, or I can save it. Do I want to use Plinko to copy Death, or do I want to copy the Hung Man? Maybe I don't use the Death card here. I think copy the Hung Man is what I want. So let's use Judgment. Get an Ancient Joker. Okay. Play the 2 pair. And what's left in the deck? I have 1 queen, 1 king, which I need to turn into gold. Yes. Okay. Now what? I guess I could have sold the Ancient Joker. So I definitely want a free reroll. Could take Scary Face instead of Ancient Joker. That makes a lot of sense. If we're going to do the Vagabond. Alright, 2 booster packs is only $8. We can go one more. $6 takes me to 10. We can go one more. I don't think I do Faceless Joker at the same time as Scary Face. Sorry, was I saying this is Faceless? This is Scary Face. Let's go Priestess, Mars, and Mercury. Usually I level up my 4 of a kind, so let's do that. And then go Celestial Pack. Could take Neptune, could pick up Uranus here. Usually Uranus is pretty safe. You could play 2 pair face cards with Scary Face. Usually the trajectory is you go 2 pair into 4 of a kind into flush 5, or maybe if you get the Baron you do high card. Here could take a Queen. Maybe I don't need an unenhanced Queen. Get rid of the Mercury card. Sorry, get rid of the Mercury card so we can copy the Hung Man. Oh yeah, we're doing that thing. We're using the Saturn mod so we can stack up the consumables. So we got 2 of these Hung Men. There you go. I have another Ace and 4 we can hang them. Potentially I could try to get my Queen and King as face cards. I could just play, I think the Gold Seal pair wins. Let's just play the 10 here. Judgment. This boss says play only 1 hand. Maybe I want to use my Judgment. Maybe I want to get rid of the Vagabond. We can play the King first. Get Emperor. So if I sell Midas Mask, it turns off the Vagabond. If I sell the Vagabond, it also turns off the Vagabond. Maybe I don't need Judgment that bad. Maybe just sell Judgment and then use Emperor. Justice and Lovers. We can make a glass 4 and then try to smash. Nice. Okay, the Gold Seal pair wins. I guess it's a little bit awkward. Lovers and Magician. I guess I can go Lucky Cards. And then turn them back into gold with the Midas Mask. Scary Face plus Sly Joker, we should be able to win with a pair. 5,000 points for a pair. A little bit less than 5,000, or it's like 5,050 or something like that. Get another Magician. Stinky. Alright, we have money for interest. Boss says play only 1 hand. Let's get rid of the Vagabond. We could take a Mars card. We could take a free reroll. Celestial Pack gives me another Mars card, I guess. Arcana Temperance for 24. Okay. Do I want to use the Magician or the Lovers? Probably not important. Okay. Get the Magic Trick. And we could go one more. Try to replace our Jokers. Venus is not it. Could take a Rough Gem instead of a Vagabond. We don't really need the Vagabond anymore if we can copy the Hung Man. I think this is fine. Go next. Okay, now we got 2 Hung Men. Play only 1 hand. Okay. Ace and 3, we can hang them again. And try to find more face cards. A pair wins. Pair of Queens would be best, probably. Even though we have the Rough Gem, keeping the Jacks in hand is better. Okay, pair of Queens. I think that's our last face card. Now everything's gold. Nice. Okay. Reroll surplus. Sure. Boss says no repeat hand types. Okay. Could take a Gold Seal Jack If I already have the gold seal queens, I probably don't need a gold seal jack. We could just skip. Arcana, we can reroll first. Do I want a king of hearts as just a generic king? Maybe. Maybe we take a king of hearts. Alright, let's go Arcana. I can make some spades. I could use the tower here. Maybe spades. Maybe I turn... Even though we have the rough gem giving us money for diamonds, maybe it's still worth it to turn things into spades in case we get an arrowhead. I think spades on the queens and 8 here, that seems fine. Alright, we take Splash here. Splash is pretty good with Scary Face, pretty good with Rough Gem and Midas Mask. I think Rough Gem should give us like $1 or something like that. Okay. This boss, no repeat hand types, I think that's not an issue. 2 5s, we can hang him. Alright, so we know if we play a pair of face cards, the pair of face cards doesn't win. It's like a little bit more than 5,000. Okay. And then should be able to win with just the stone card here. That's it. Nice. Okay. Okay. Pick the standard packs. Gold seal 9 we don't need. Red seal jack. We can strength into a king, maybe. Take a luchador. Seems unnecessary for this boss, but we could hold it for the future. Maybe luchador instead of Midas Mask. I could turn this jack into a gold card. Red seal wild card. I can retrigger rough gem. Take a seance here. Okay, with seance maybe we don't do the Midas Mask. Maybe I go golden joker instead of rough gem. Alright, let's get percolating here. So ace and 4 we can hang them. That takes away, that's the rest of the aces. Alright, how do we get a straight flush? We have 10 of hearts in hand. We also have the jack of clubs. We could go for hearts. We could go for clubs. I guess king through 9 of clubs. We have a little bit more flexibility in the hearts. Maybe throw these away, look for hearts. Maybe should have gone for the clubs. We still can. I don't have the jack of clubs, so if I want to do it, I actually do need hearts. Got the king of hearts. Throw away the 6. Give me the jack. I have the jack. I do need the 9 of hearts, specifically. Go fish. Alright, one more time. Try to get that 9 of hearts. Okay. This is 5,000 points. And we get the 9, but it's not hearts. Bummer. Oh well. Does one face card win here, or do we need the pair, actually? I guess play the pair. Alright, we can get the straight flush in the next round. It's fine. Maybe. Could take the photograph. I think I stick with Scary Face and Sly Joker. 2 Eternals. Can't take those Eternals. There are specific Eternals that we're looking for. Could take Plutonium to level up our high card. Could take Mars to level up 4 of a kind. Probably 4 of a kind is more likely to happen first. You can always level up high card later. Wrathful Joker, we can go one more. Saturn. One more. Alright, that's it. Gonna reroll. Alright, here. 6 and 3, we can hang them. And then what? I have the 9 of diamonds. I can't get this straight with the 9 of diamonds. I only have 2 10s. It's 10 of hearts or 10 of clubs. So discard. Probably discard the king since I have so many queens. Alright, this is it. Throw away all of the queens. I get hearts instead of clubs. That's rude. We can play high card with the stone. Maybe. Okay. I can discard looking for that 9 of clubs. Didn't get the 9 of clubs. We played high card already. I can play the pair for 5,000. I can play a high card which doesn't score. And then we get the straight flush. Okay, if I'm going to get the straight flush here, probably we use Plinko to copy whatever it is. So maybe the 3 and 2, we hang them. And then ship it. Okay. Now what? We got 48 bucks. We can open a spectral pack. We can take a free reroll first. We get a bean. Bean instead of golden joker. Then open the spectral pack. Could light them up. That's fine. Okay. Okay. I still have my 10 of hearts, I still have my 10 of clubs. That's fine. Celestial pack. I think I want to go back in time. I think I want to lower the scoring requirements. So, let's go back in time. What's in here? I could do this. I could level up my straight flushes. Since we have Seance. Normally, you want to be able to play multiple straight flushes so you can get multiple rips off the Seance. The problem with doing that is I only have 3 hands, and that's a little bit spooky. So I guess take Neptune and then commit to playing only 1 straight flush. The boss is extra large. Maybe we want to beat the boss with just 1 straight flush. Could take the 4 Fienders here. Maybe. Instead of the reroll. Okay. Certificate, Rocket, go one more. Could take a Baron. If we take the Baron in mind, we don't need Sly and Scary Face anymore, I guess. Sure. Do that. A little bit expensive, but we have the gold cards, so let's go next. Now that we have Incantation, we can sell the other one. Okay. With the 4 Feiners, we could go 7, 8, 9, 10, and then any gold card here, or sorry, any hearts, that's a straight flush. With the hearts, and then we can draw the 10 of clubs after. This is 5,000 points, isn't it? We get Sigil with the bean. Okay. Okay. I still only have 2 10s. I want more 10s. Okay. Don't have room for judgment. 2 celestial packs we can reroll first. Do I want a queen? No, I want a 10. I really love this. I really love having the magic trick so I can add random cards to the deck like random kings, or now we need a 10 if we can get one. Jupiter card in the shop is not going to show up in these celestial packs, so we can open the celestial packs now. Plutonium for my long-term high card plan with Baron and the Mime. Mega pack, we can get more plutonium, and I guess Uranus is fine, but probably ends up not being relevant. Go one more. Do I want a jack? I have enough jacks. Do I want to spend $6 on a reroll? Maybe. Alright, we looked. Go next. Incantation. I guess we sell. So I have a 10 in hand. If we have the 4 Fienders, we actually don't need the 9s. So King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9, and then the 9 can be whatever flavor 9. So let's try to draw the 10. That's what I want to do. So I have 2 10s. 2 10s, try to draw more face cards. Okay, there's a 9 and an 8. I'd like to draw one more queen, I think. There we go. So, Sigil, we could save it to copy with Plinko, but I think I just use it here. Now, what's the deck look like? 4 Kings of Hearts, 4 Queens of Hearts, 3 Jacks of Hearts. That's it. Okay. 10, Jack, Queen, King. Play the Royal. Okay. Now what? Buffoon pack. 3 rounds on the beam. We don't need the Cloud 9 here. I would still take another 10 if we can get one. Do I need this blue joker to beat the boss here? Do I need the blue joker instead of the bean? I think based on the way that we've been scoring, I think it's fine. We got a nice amount of money. I could keep re-rolling. Maybe we wait for the bean. After the bean does the thing, then we... Let's see here. Could level up a high card. We could... I only have 4 kings in the deck. Maybe we keep doing Neptune. Level up the straight flush. Alright, get another incantation. Sucks. Yeah, this boss is probably fine. 10, 9. Play a jack. If I play the 9 of hearts, that's a straight flush. With only 1 king in hand, I think this doesn't win. Would be the ideal situation. Yes. We can use Deja Vu to make a red seal king. Seems desirable. Okay, this is a straight. All it's missing is another heart. The next straight flush wins. So I guess try to draw more gold cards. Straight flush, play the gold seal. Do something like that. We can use Cryptid to copy red seals. Okay. We're looking for 3 specific spectral cards. We're looking for Cryptid, Ankh, and Ectoplasm. Cryptid's good start. Okay. Could take a telescope. Standard pack. What's this boss situation here? This boss says clubs are debuffed. That's okay. Could take a red seal queen. since I have the Red Seal King, maybe I don't need the Red Seal Queen, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Don't need the Bloodstone, since we have the Baron and the Mime. Take a photograph. Let's go Celestial Pack. Or it could be Mars. I think now we do Plutonium. Oh, we did get the Telescope, right? So Telescope, we're guaranteed Plutonium. We could still get Neptune, but guaranteed Plutonium. Like Temperance here. Stick with the Bean, I guess. Blue Joker, no. Maybe I don't need to be re-rolling. I could take a 10 of Spades. Just to have another 10? I think I do it. I guess you could also use Cryptid to copy 10s of Hearts. There's a 10 of Hearts. And we do get Cryptid? Okay, so that means we use one Cryptid and we stash the other Cryptid. I could use Cryptid on my Red Seal King. Seems good. So Cryptid here. If I go Cryptid here, then it wins. So let's discard first. Don't need this 10, I think. Right, don't need the 6. Top of the King. So it's 10, Jack, Queen, King like this. That wins. Okay. Yeah. Okay, 1 round on the Bean, 2 Celestial Packs. We can reroll first. 4. Okay, Venus in the shop. Celestial 1. Telescope gives us Plutonium, but let's look for Neptune. Yeah, in the short term, it is awkward only being able to play 1 straight flush for the Seance. 1 hand per round, but I don't have that many kings, so I don't want to run out of hands and not have enough points. So maybe we could optimize a little bit better. Could take the free reroll here instead of the Bean. Probably worth it. Arrowhead, Strength, no. We get Hex, we can sell. Do we want to light them up? King and Queen and Jack, we could light them up. I think maybe we shouldn't. If I do this, I only have 2 more Queens of Hearts. I potentially don't have enough Kings. So, I think we don't light them up. Bummer. Alright, I'm looking for the 10s. There's a 10. So, 10, Jack, Queen, King, 8. I can play this straight, which we know doesn't win. Okay. Then 10, 9, 8, Jack. That straight basically wins. I can do the aura maybe on the King. Ah, foiled again. So I can play this straight flush, which we know wins. Grim, okay. Okay. Death. So We could go... I think I keep the spectral cards to copy with Plinko. Which means I don't get to do the death card. Or is it better for me to just go in here and then use the death card? It's tough. Neptune or Plutonium? I think we take the Neptune. Get rid of Grim and then do death. What's in here? So I can use death to make another 10. I have 4 10s. Maybe I'm looking for another queen. I can turn a 6 into a king and then just have another king. I think maybe this exchange was not worth it. But let's go use death and we can stone the 6 or make a gold 10, I guess. Could have made the 10 into gold. All right, we could do a couple rerolls. Maybe tower, no. All right, blue joker instead of the free reroll. I think we don't need. We get another cryptid. Okay. So I guess you could use the cryptid to make more queens, or we just make more red seal kings, probably. Okay. So this is a straight flush. And then we copy the king with cryptid. Play the straight flush. Get another sigil. Okay. This kind of rerolls. What's this boss situation? This one says discard random cards. There is a voucher skip. I think I'm not going to skip for the voucher because I want to make sure I get my spectral cards in a timely manner. I take a polychrome 9. Maybe I want to have more 9s, and then I can play straight flushes without having to play the kings if I play the 9s. Polychrome 9, we can strength up. Yeah, maybe. Alright, Celestial Pack, we get the guaranteed plutonium from the telescope. And maybe take the golden ticket? Maybe. We'll take Northern Lion here as a negative. Neptune's okay. Cool for Neptune. I don't think I want to make room. I think I do need the percolator to copy either sigil or immolate, so I'm going to keep rolling here. I could take the photograph, making it a little bit easier to beat the boss with maybe just one hand, just one straight flush. I think with all of the red seal kings that we have, maybe the photograph is unnecessary. We could just keep a golden ticket for the money. The fist is pretty good as like an emergency backup plan with the high card. Maybe not necessary. Could take plutonium here and go one more. A little bit expensive for the rerolls here. Maybe $11 we don't want to spend. We go next. Another incantation. Bummer. Go next. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, jack. I can make a straight flush this way, which doesn't win because I don't have any kings in hand. I guess that means sigil goes away. Okay. 10, 9. Discard the jacks, or actually this is a straight flush. And that straight flush wins. Maybe I want to discard to find the gold cards so we can get the golden ticket value. I guess I could play that gold card. Okay. So we go Aura on the Red Seal King. Aura? Ah. Foiled again. Play the straight flush. Red Seal we don't need. Red Seal we already have. Alright. Could spin the wheel. Never lucky anyway. Buffoon pack. Can't take Eternal Blue Joker. Mercury. Celestial. Could take Plutonium. Could take Neptune. I think I want Neptune here to make it easier to beat the boss with straight flushes instead of high card. Could take Astronomer as a value generator. Don't have room for the Emperor. Okay. Could take a Blue Joker. Okay. Now we can copy the Percolator. We can percolate twice as much. My Joker slots are kind of occupied. Maybe we don't reroll anymore. Incantation and Hex. Bummer. Oh well. Do we want to light them up here? Probably not. I need a jack. Any jack. That's close. I can discard one king. I want those jacks. Where are the jacks at? There we go. So that's the straight flush. I can put a red seal on a queen, I guess. Sell Immolate. Copy Seance. We get to play another one? Nice. Okay, Ankh I do want. Wraith I don't want. Let's copy the Mime here. So I can play this straight with aids. Copying the Mime for the money. Okay. We have Cryptid, we have Ankh. Next we want Ectoplasm. I can open a standard pack. Garbage. Okay. Maybe I needed that jack. Maybe I don't. Okay. Free reroll. Yeah, we just don't have any room for jokers. I just like pushing the button, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we can get planet cards. Oh, look, a Vagabond. Copy the Percolator here. Okay, 2 Ankhs is okay. I think we sell one. And do I want to reroll this boss? We could do this boss, it's fine. Okay, I do discard the jacks. I need to find a 10. So 10, jack, queen, king. And we can sell Immolate. We can probably get away with 1 Seance here. Double Seance. Alright, copy the Mime. Alright, what do we get? Purple Seal, Blue Seal. Okay. What's this, boss? Base cards debuff, you son of biscuit. Alright. So, we can blue seal, purple seal, take a celestial pack. We can reroll furs. Plutonium or Uranus? I guess plutonium. Saki Busky we don't need. I said I wasn't going to reroll that much, right? Okay, Arcana. If I am willing to get rid of one of the spectral cards, I could go double temperance here for 40 bucks. But I think I'm supposed to keep the spectral card so we can make negative copies with the percolator. I think we just go Hermie into temperance. I could go one more. Alright, copy the percolator. Extra cryptid is useful, not mad about that. Medium goes over here, so we can use one medium. Okay, we should reroll the boss. Base, chips and mold halved. I think we could do the high card. I don't think the straight flush works anymore, but we can win with the high card. Okay, I need a 10 here. I could go purple seal on my king. Maybe go purple seal here. I could use cryptid to make more purples. Or, yeah, make more purples. And probably we get rid of the trans card. Well, unless I want to go maybe blue seal jack. That probably doesn't matter. Anyway, cryptid. Okay, discard the kings. Lovers. Where are we at? No, we need a 10, right? Maybe lovers. Definitely not the star. Discard the king. Discard. Maybe discard 2 jacks. Discard this king. Strength. I can turn 9s into 10s if I want. I could, looking here, maybe turn a jack into a queen. I guess if I turn the 9s into 10s, then I can't get rid of the 4 Fienders, and maybe I want to keep the 4 Fienders. Or sorry, maybe I want to get rid of the 4 Fienders eventually. So I think maybe you don't strength the 9s. Maybe that's a controversial decision. I think it totally makes sense to make a wild 9 though. Maybe we discard. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can go wild 9 and then strength them, or strength them here. Didn't get the 10. Maybe I do strength the 9 and then make it wild. Okay, so 10, jack, queen, king. That's a straight flush. Copying the seance. Maybe I held on to too many kings. Alright. I can play a straight. And I can turn it into a flush by playing a queen. Familiar and Ouija we can get rid of. Looking for ectoplasm. Gotta copy the mime. Almost missed it. Okay. Familiar and Wraith. Bummer. There's Drunkard for an extra discard. Celestial pack. Free reroll. Saturn, no. Lovers, maybe. King of Hearts? No? Mega Pack. Wait a second. My straight flush is my most played hand? That's crazy. We can get Neptune and Plutonium. Interesting. Okay. I really want the Hungman. How important is it that I copy those? Okay, fine. Alright, do I want a photograph? Do I want... This is fine. We get a Hungman anyway? Okay, so I have 5 10s. I could probably ditch a 10. Remove a 10 and a 7. Okay, get percolating. All cryptids. That's useful. I can use cryptids to copy purple kings. I don't love adding more cards to the deck, but I mean, it makes sense. Okay. Familiar, gone. Wraith, gone. 10 Jack, Queen, King. I'm gonna play the red seal so it scores less points. Throw away the 5. We got the Ecto, which means Dance on the 4 Fienders, done. Sigil, done. I can use my cryptids to copy purple. Well, let's do this. So, medium, we could go purple, that's fine. Ankh we need to keep. Incantation we can sell. X we can sell. Cryptids, maybe I can use 1 and keep 2. Maybe something like that. Go purple here. Yes. Okay. I need to keep the ectoplasm. Emperor gives me a tower. Discard a king. Then the wheel, maybe. Oiled mime is okay, I guess. Star we don't need. Alright, so we play the jack, we copy the mime. We got the gold seals. Or sorry, we got the gold cards with the blue seal. Ship it. Alright. We're fully in the kitchen now. Ectoplasm, Ankh, Cryptid. This is why we're playing on Black Stake, because of Ankh. You get Eternal Jokers, so they can't be destroyed by the Ankh. Also the Ankh, it says here, it removes negatives when it makes copies, so that's what the Ectoplasms are for. I can take Plutonium here. And now we got money, so let's do some re-rolling. Could take the rebate here. Yeah, maybe we don't need the 4 Fienders anymore. Take the rebate on Kings. Sounds dubious. Alright, my high card is still not my most played hand, but we're getting there. I can check a Mega Standard Pack for more Kings. I never have enough Kings. Go one more. Temperance for 48 because of Northern Lion. What else? Photograph we don't need. Maybe Faces Joker gives us money instead of Seance. Faces Joker you can also copy with a blueprint. Take the Plutonium. I don't take a Strength card here because I don't want Perkeo to copy it. Take a Brainstorm. Let's spin the wheel first. This is good. Shiny rebate means if we use Ectoplasm, it's not going to hit the rebate. I can go sell Faces Joker. Brainstorm. Okay. Copy the Percolator. That's it? Yeah, that's it. The next thing I need is a Showman now. So that's a lot of ectoplasms. I think we sell one ectoplasm, probably. Or do we use one? If we use one, it's going to hit either Baron or Blueprint or Brainstorm. We don't want a negative Baron. We want negative Blueprint or Brainstorm, but not negative Baron. I think I don't use Ectoplasm yet. Cryptid I can use, though. Let's go... Since I have Blueprint and Brainstorm, we don't actually need that many kings. Discard 2 purples. I could make a glass card. I could make a glass queen. I could make this 10 into glass. I could also just make it into gold, which is usually pretty useful. I think I discard all of this stuff so that I can draw kings. So discard one more purple. Star. So I guess gold 8 if you want is not really important. We can copy the Baron and then copy the Mime. I forgot to use my cryptid. Could have made more red seals, could have made more money, could have made more purple seals, and got the rebate money. That's stinky. Alright, rebate on queens, fine. Spectral pack, illusion. I like having illusion. I like having magic trick, I like having illusion. With illusion you can get random stone cards in the shop. Alright, rebate on queens is good. This boss says hearts are debuffed. We can re-roll that one. I don't have room for hallucination. We can try a standard pack. Now that we have access to so much money, now we want to re-roll for colas and we want to re-roll for showman. I can open the spectral pack, but we should re-roll for tarot cards first. So, like, strength is good to hold on to. Hierophant doesn't matter. The hung man's great, so let's go in here. So, tens, we can hang him. I can strength the jack first, I guess. That way we have a queen. I probably want to use cryptid here because I need to get more onks. I need to have roughly even amounts. Onks, cryptids, ectoplasm. So we use cryptid here on the purple. And then gold seal king or gold seal queen, it really doesn't matter. Let's get percolating. Do we want to reroll? We do. We want to spend the money. Gift card. We don't need because we have negative Northern Lion. Though usually something that I want. I need a showman is what I'm looking for. Overstock would be nice in the future. How deep do we want to go? There's a fool for a hung man. I can hold on to a fool, but I really just want to use it for money. Neptune, not going to do that anymore. Justice, not going to do that anymore. Alright, rerolls are actually kind of expensive. King. 39 cards in the deck. Maybe I get more kings and then that way we get more rebate money. It's fine. We have cryptids, so let's sell the fool, get percolating. That's too many ectoplasms, not enough onks. So ectoplasms, we probably have to sell them for now and use one cryptid to copy purple. This boss, we lose money, no problem. Alright, didn't get any queens in the opener, but what happens if I play the three of a kind? With the Mime and the Baron, That might still not be enough. Nice. Now we get the queen. So, cryptid now or cryptid later? Cryptid later. Let's discard the queen. Should have used cryptid. Alright, star, judgment. Discard the queens. Last discard, I could discard 2 purples for a wheel and an empress. Okay, wheel's fine. Cryptid to copy purple instead of red, probably. And then do the Baron. Should get a lot of money from the gold cards. Okay. Rebate on kings. That's what you want to see? Alright, give me a showman. Celestial pack. Telescope now, high card, no problem. I want tarot cards before I open the Arcana pack. Don't need Saki Busky. Temperance for 50 bucks. Thank you, Northern Lion. Free reroll we don't have room for. Plutonium, maybe. Take a bean. No, we stick with the rebate money. Alright, that's it. So, Arcana. Plutonium. And I guess Hermit. Strength here would be cool, but I guess it's going to be Hermit. Go next. Still no Onk. That's not good. Burn an ectoplasm, and I guess do some more cryptids. Oh well. So here we just make more purple, right? Okay, discard 2 purple to go with the queens and the jacks. I can stone the 10. It hides it from the rebate. And we get temperance for 50. Okay, discard 2 of these. Probably we discard the blue seal. Temperance is 50. All right. Discard all of these for the money, probably. I can try playing a hand which might not win. Maybe. Make a gold 5. The glass card's gonna win it. Can I do something like this and then it doesn't win? Is that possible? I think so. Because I want to draw more gold cards. I want to throw away all this garbage. Okay, and then now that we have the gold cards in hand, we can play the gold seal for the money. And then copy the mime for the end of round money. Not having the red seals, you get slightly less money, but it's not a big deal. Since we already have mime and blueprint and brainstorm copying the mime, we have plenty of triggers already. Rebate on kings. How many kings do I have? 21 kings, so about half kings. Okay. 500 bucks. Maybe we need to spend more aggressively. I don't know, it just seems like going down to $20 rerolls, starting from $1 rerolls and going all the way to $20 rerolls, that feels like that's enough spending already. Like a sun. Priestess doesn't matter. Chariot also probably doesn't matter. I just want to make all gold cards. No showman. Alright, Arcana. Fool gives me Hermie, or we should do Death. Death getting an extra king, that gives us more money from the rebate. I guess the sun didn't work out. Let's go make another purple one. Okay. Honk one time, big money, no whammies. Bummer. Extra Ecto. And a couple cryptids. I could save the cryptids for the final hand. So let's start by discarding 2 kings. Hierophant. Priestess. Can I play this pair without winning? I think the answer is yes. Throw away all this garbage. 2 pair actually. Great. Discard 2 kings. Can I play this pair without winning? Or do we just discard these? Lovers, we don't need. Wheel, maybe? Ah, foiled again. Alright, so here comes the finisher. Empress and Priestess we can sell. We actually don't need to sell them, I guess. I have 2 cryptids, right? So we could go purple, purple. Try to smash the glass card. Ouch. No, that's good. We lost the glass card. Yas. Okay. We did it. We got the time loop. Also, hey, we get a shiny king. If we get the shiny king, I don't need the shiny 9. See, look at that. Isn't this great? Isn't Illusion great? Take one of those. What's the boss situation here? It doesn't matter, right? We just got the boss reroll. Okay, 49 cards on deck is too many. I need to light them up. So, number one thing we want right now is a showman. And a hungman. Okay. Temperance for 50 bucks. Do we roll deeper? Do we have enough money? Maybe a couple more times? Maybe we save our reroll money until we get overstock. Maybe. Death card. So I guess Sun here. Turn an 8 into... Maybe we have enough purples. Maybe we start making red ones, I guess. Alright. Now we get the onks. But we got too many onks. So I think I burn 1. That's okay. And then now they're relatively even enough. Alright. Now we got a lot of kings to discard for the money. Star and Justice. Not super important. I can discard all of these. Get a Hermie. Hermie if you're feeling it. Alright, discard all of these. And maybe throw away an 8 too. Alright. Top of the Baron. Top of the mine. That's it. We only need like 2 kings in hand. Since we have Blueprint and Brainstorm. Okay. Showman. DNA. As an Eternal, we can't do it. Rebate on kings. Thank you. 28 kings. Purple 9, no. There's a death card. We don't take the death card. I need... In the wheel. Hungman, no. Good thing about having the purple seals, we don't have to get the tarot cards from the shop. Emperor gives me another wheel. Holographic. Bummer. I go next. That's... You know... We had trouble getting the onks before. Now we got too many onks. And that's why I sold one. Rude. Okay. Discard 5 kings. Looking for the Hungman. Maybe make some hearts. Maybe play a non-winning flush. Okay. Tower. Jacks, probably we should just hang them. Good opportunity to hang them. And I think the tower we actually hold on to so that I can stone something and hide it from the rebate. Strength is useful. I have 2 queens. Strength the queens, stone the jack. Is there a hand I can play which doesn't win? Like, if I play a pair, can I play it without winning? And draw more gold cards? Okay. Baron here. And then mine. With the purple seals, we'll get there eventually on the deck building. Even though it's a little bit rough right now. At least we got rebate on kings still. Nice. Arcana pack is great. Free reroll. Probably not. There's my showman. There's the rebate. I think we use the mime for money with the blueprints and brainstorm, so we don't need the rebate. We can take a showman. What I need to do with the showman, I need to get an eternal blueprint, eternal baron, eternal mime. We can hold on to the fools. Eternal egg is not what I want. Okay. Don't need the rock. There's another fool. Fool for tower is okay. but obviously could be better. There's a mail-in rebate. We're gonna say no. I can stone the queen to hide the queen. We don't have rebate right now. Maybe I don't care about the queen. Maybe I just want to keep the gold cards for the mime. Maybe I don't actually use the fools. That's really sad. Yeah, that's it. Get percolating. Ectoplasm. So we could do 3 and 2. I don't want to go ectoplasm on a Baron. I want to go ectoplasm on an eternal Baron. So I'm going to sell these ectoplasms. And then... Alright. So we want to discard purples. In the wheel. Okay, that's good actually. Holographic Baron is good. I need a holographic showman next. I can discard this purple. Emperor gives me a fool. I guess the fool becomes another emperor. Maybe discard. Fool can be Hermie. Feeling Hermie. That's it. Copy the Baron. And then the mine. 37 bucks on Northern Lion. Alright, folks. Yeah, I think that's about it for this one. At least that's it for part 1. Here the seed shows in blue because we use the Brainstorm mod. I said at the beginning, you use the Brainstorm mod. You can restart the game and you can find a new different random seed, but it's guaranteed Perkeo every time you restart. And you keep restarting. Okay, it's not just whether or not we use the Brainstorm mod, it's not whether or not we get Perkeo, but we can keep getting Perkeos and keep going through them and sort of pick out the best one. We can find a Perkeo which is specifically negative, and that's incredibly powerful. Just having the free negative joker, that means we have an extra joker slot. Here we don't have antimatter yet, and even without antimatter, we were able to do Seance and the Four Fingers and Bean and Baron and Mime all at the same time. We're able to do everything at the same time. Long term, what we want to do is we want to convert Baron and Mime. We want to get the Eternal version. We're playing on black stake so that we can get Eternal jokers. Baron or Mime, if they do show up in the shop, each one has 30% chance to be Eternal. So it takes us, 3 times as many Barons in order to get the Eternal Baron, 3 times as many Mimes to get us the Eternal Mime. So we really need the Showman, except the Showman takes up space. It takes up one of our Joker slots. But because we have an extra Joker slot, because we have the negative Perkeo, we can do it. We can do everything that we could before and more. Also potentially using the Showman to get Eternal Brainstorm, Eternal Blueprint. This is what the deck looks like. Part of this is we got the Spectral cards from the Seance. We were able to copy the Spectral cards. Couple cryptids, a lot of cryptids actually. We have red seals and purple seals, and if you want, we can use the Cartomancer mod. Cartomancer mod, that's the one that gives us the run history here, so we can see the previous bosses that we encounter. We know in the future. I don't have to worry about the face card boss. I don't have to worry about the psychic play 5 cards. Yeah, but that doesn't matter because we end up having the boss reroll voucher anyway. Anyway, what I was going to say about the Cartomancer is we could do this. We can stack up the cards in the deck view, and you can see now I have 19 of these purple seals, 5 of these red seals. Long term, we're going to convert our deck into red seals. You need the purple ones first because the purple ones give you the tarot cards, which allow you to do the deck building without having to get the tarot cards in the shop. You get the tarot cards during the round from the purple seals instead of from the shop. We want to keep this space up here free so that Perkeo copies the correct cards. And we want to keep a relatively even balance of these 3. The way this works is Perkeo will copy a random one of these cards. If you have 9 cards, then it's an equal chance of all 9 of those, right? And if you have more ectoplasms, then ectoplasm will get copied more likely, right? And it'll kind of snowball out of control. So if we get too many ectoplasms or we get too many onks in one go, then we have to trim a few of them, sell a few of them so that we can equalize. So, you know, if I have 5 ectoplasms and only 2 cryptids, I gotta sell a few ectoplasms. This is part of the difficulty, juggling this run, juggling not just one spectral card, make as many cryptids as you can, but juggling an even balance of 3, or relatively even balance. It doesn't have to be perfectly even, but at least for the first 10, I want to keep it relatively even. And then once we get past, you know, maybe 10 of each, 30 total, then we can mix it up. But that's going to be it for this one. Take care, everyone.